Hello and welcome to EDU 507 Trauma Informed Classroom Teachers. This is week 1 and I am Dr. Sean Emslander. A little bit about me. I am an education director in the Minnesota Correctional Facility down in Faribault. I've been doing that for about 2 years now. And before that, I spent about a decade teaching in prisons and other adult correctional settings. I have 2 small children. They are 3 and 5, a boy and a girl, and a absolutely amazing wife and a very large dog. So you might see any and all of them walking in the background during videos. Other than that, my expertise is more in the adult world. So I, in these courses, tend to take on the facilitator role more than a sage on a stage. Please feel free to email me questions anytime something comes up that isn't clear to you, and I will do my best to help you out with that. My CSP email address, which is on the last slide of these, mslander@csp.edu. I have on me at almost all times and will always try to respond within 24 hours. So first we got a course description. In this class, you will learn to recognize and respond to trauma and toxic stress and develop strategies for trauma-informed classrooms and behavioral spaces, including resilience. Trauma-informed approaches to foster student, teacher, and family relationships will be explored. Disclaimer, this is not intended for use in diagnosis or treatment. Rather, it is designed to enhance professional competencies for educators and promote learning processing in ways to identify signs and symptoms, when to take action, and where to refer those needing intervention and support within the educational realm. So you're not going to be the diagnostic or treatment professional, but you will definitely learn to know the signs where you may need to refer to a expert. I'm going to go over to the syllabus. So in the course view, under welcome, we have an instructor bio, just very, very briefly about me. I got my doctorate from St. Mary's in educational leadership with a focus on how different forms of secondary credentials impacted recidivism, and a master's also from St. Mary's in teaching and learning. Communications, please just email me and I will do my best to respond as promptly as possible. This especially goes if anything is going on where you may not be able to turn an assignment in time. I generally give full points as long as I'm communicated with ahead of time, and just let me know before it's already late. All right, so for the syllabus, it's 3 credits, just like every other course. We have a bunch of learning outcomes listed, as well as the program learning outcomes. I highly recommend reading through this on your own time. If I change anything in here, I will let everybody know via a course announcement or in my opening remarks. I generally don't unless I figure out that one of the course things just is not working. These course materials are all available online, but if you want to purchase them, you can. The one that I very much do recommend having in your hands as a hard copy is the APA manual. I just find it to be much easier to bookmark and use a hard copy version of it. Total course will be 710 points. There are 140 points from discussion board and 570 from the 4 assignments. So don't just brush off the discussion boards. They still are important, but the majority of your grade will come from the assignments. Expectations for the discussion board should be at least 200 words for your initial response. And generally they should include an in-text citation in APA format unless otherwise stated. And any responses to cohort peers should be at least 100 words, with the exceptions of like this week. It's a welcome week, so it's unlikely you'll get to 100 words in responding to peers. That being said, responses to peers are required unless otherwise noted in the discussion board. So for this first week, you are required to respond to 2 peers. So just note that, because if you don't, that's about half of the points for the discussion board. It's not pulling the syllabus back up. Sorry, D2L is being a little bit slow right now. So I will return to the syllabus in a moment. In the meantime, I'm going to go back to the slides. So the program essential question is, in light of what is known about how children learn, how shall professional educators best promote resilience and recovery for their children and their families who have experienced traumatic events? Wow, that syllabus really does not want to open. There we go. All right, back to this. So that is also listed here under the student learning outcomes. What I want to get to in here is the schedule. I will always try to post Saturday or Sunday for my initial remarks. And then you guys are expected to have your initial posts in for all discussion boards by Thursday at midnight, and your responses to peers by Saturday at midnight. The earlier the better. And then all assignments are due, just say all assignments 1, 2, and 3 are due Saturday at midnight. And assignment 4 is due February 24th at midnight, which is, I believe, a Wednesday, because it is in the final week of the course. It is a Monday. So the final assignment is due Monday the 24th at midnight. Your 4 assignments will be a mission statement, which will be 4 to 5 pages of written content, including these 3 sections stated here. I will discuss these the week they're due, and for the later ones, I'll usually discuss them for 2 weeks in my opening remarks. So they will be in the slides. They will also be listed in the assignments tab, but please make sure you come back and reference the syllabus and the rubrics that are later in the syllabus to make sure that you are hitting everything that is there. Assignment 2 is a annotated bibliography. 3 is a management system analysis. And 4 is a presentation to a school board. This is the grading thing, which is the same for every course. And then these are the rubrics that I was discussing a moment ago to make sure you peek at before you do the assignments. So make sure you take a look at this and are hitting everything that is listed both earlier in the assignment description and then here in the rubric. But that is that for the syllabus. These are the 2 course texts. Just gave you a brief overview of that. There will be weekly discussion boards except for week 8. And then the 4 written assignments. I said, I try to get my stuff posted at the absolute latest by Sunday at noon. You don't have to start anything until Monday, but if you want to, just know that I try to get things posted usually Sunday mornings. I am going to include a video that I have previously recorded on how to set up a paper template. I'm also going to attempt to go back and find the previous paper template to include it. But I think that it is, well, first of all, it's highly recommended / required that you use the APA paper template. But I think it is important for you to know how to set one up yourself in case the template isn't working correctly. So there'll be 2 videos. This one is not required, but it is highly suggested. This week is just an introductory week. Just trying to summarize the course learning outcomes in a paragraph. You don't need to post that anywhere. Just make sure you read them. Make sure you have access to all course materials and draft a mental plan about how you're going to complete all course assignments. Take a peek ahead, see which weeks are going to be heavier for reading and assignments, and cross-reference that with your schedules. Everything except for my initial remarks is already viewable to you, so it's perfectly acceptable for you to work ahead if you know you're going to be on an early spring break or a vacation or just know that you're going to be especially busy on any given week, go ahead and work ahead. I have no problems with that. You will need to come back and look at the opening remarks and respond to them at some point. So like I said, if you're going to be on vacation or otherwise will not be able to get assignments done on time, just shoot me an email to ask me for an extension. I don't think I've ever said no to one. All right. So this week you're going to watch this video. You're going to read the course syllabus. Please take note of the learning objectives and program outcomes, as well as the due dates that are listed in D2L. Review the assignments, rubrics, and course calendar, and complete your discussion board learning activities, which are going to be responding to a question that I will ask later, and then one discussion board for the week. Discussion board for the week is just by way of introduction so that everybody gets to know each other, and more importantly in this setting, I think you guys have already had each other in a class. I get to learn a little bit about you. So what is your name, current employment, and the duration of your experience in education? Why did you choose to pursue a master's degree in trauma and resilience? What experiences have you had that led to care about trauma-informed education? And what has been the most valuable learning in your program so far? Lastly, what are your aspirations for this course? You do not need to have any citations in this one, but please respond to two peers. So for myself, I'm Dr. Sean Emslander. I'm currently employed at the Minnesota Correctional Facility down in Faribault, and I have been in education for about 12 years. I did not pursue a master's degree in trauma and resilience, and very transparently, I pursued a master's degree so that I could make more money at work. The experience that led me to care about trauma-informed education was teaching at the Minnesota Sex Offender Program and then in prison, where nearly every student has very high ACEs scores. And in the classroom, you can see that coming out, even though they're all adults. And I think that's been the most valuable learning for me so far in teaching this. I've been teaching for Concordia for about 2 years now. I am more quickly able to draw connections between a behavior and what is likely the cause of said behavior in the classroom, and try to address the cause rather than just reacting to the behavior. My aspirations for this course are that I hope that you guys all have a little bit of fun and you learn a lot, and that this stuff is something that you're able to somehow take back to your classroom and benefit a student, at least one. So what I would like you to respond for this week, one moment as I think of one. I had it and I lost it. It's New Year's. What is one thing that you weren't able to do last year that you are hoping you are able to do this year? I was not able to get out of the state for a vacation. I am hoping to be able to do that this year with my family. So, like I said, please reach out if you need anything. The best way is via my Concordia email address. Have a great week, and I am very much looking forward to this semester with you guys.